Jessi here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. For today's video, we are going to be going over all of my spending for the last week from July 16th through the 22nd. And you guys, I blew the budget in a big way this week. It's a lot of spending. It's a lot to go over. You would think I just wasn't even on a budget the way that I spent this past week. And unfortunately, some of that bled into next week as well. So I think that the hopes of coming in under budget for July are pretty much dashed at this point. I've definitely done some major damage. It's not good. I'm laughing because I just kind of let everything spiral out of control. And we gotta face the music today. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip to my expense tracker here for the week. I've got my little strawberry expense tracker for July here. This is available in my Etsy shop as well as for my channel members in my undated budget bundle for July. If you're interested in getting your hands on budget worksheets in this fun strawberry pattern, you can do that. Everything in my shop is available as a digital download. There are no physical products that will be mailed to you. You have to download them, print them yourself. They are all 8.5 by 11 worksheets, so they will print out on just a regular letter size sheet of paper. And then you can punch those pages and put them into any kind of binder or binding system that you like. So this is the expense tracker. As I mentioned, we are tracking for July 16th through the 22nd. And we might be here a little while, you guys, because there are a lot of transactions to go over. So the main reason that I was over budget in a big way this week was because of Prime Day. There was Amazon Prime sales. You guys know I'm a sucker for a sale. So I shopped that. I also did some stocking up on some grocery things, both this week and next week. So I am filming this on the 25th. So we are already a couple of days into the next week of my budget, and I can tell you that the spending didn't stop after the 22nd. So sitting here now on the 25th, I'm telling myself that I'm gonna rein in my spending and try not to spend much of anything the rest of the month to get us through. But this week already does not paint a pretty picture for sticking to our budget for the month. So let's start talking about it. On the 16th, I started out by making a purchase at Walmart. So with the Prime Day deals, a lot of other places also had a bunch of sales, and Walmart put the Ninja Creamy on sale, and I've been wanting that for years. And I always manage to talk myself out of it because it's one of those things that I feel like I'm gonna use like a dozen times, and then the newness is going to wear off and I'm just not going to make use of it as much as I would like. Like at one point in time, I bought a juicer. I thought I was going to use it all the time, and I did at first, but then slowly but surely it just ended up shoved in the back of a cabinet and collecting dust. And that's kind of what I was thinking was going to happen with the Creamy, so I could never justify spending the money on it because they're pretty expensive. With the sale and with the fact that my son Austin actually brought up to me that he thought he would find it really useful to make like protein ice cream, those things combined, the stars aligned, I bought the Ninja Creamy. And it was $157 with 94 cents. So that came out of our spending budget. Then, like I said, I stocked up on some grocery things. So with the Prime Day deals and therefore the sales at Walmart, they had Built Bars go on sale for a pretty significant discount. My son and I both eat Built Bars almost every single day. My husband and my other son sometimes eat them as well. They're pretty pricey, so the fact that they were on sale and I knew that we would get through them led me to really stock up. Now, I did not have money in sinking funds for this stock up. That's something that I definitely want to do in the future, is set up a sinking fund for this type of situation. But for now, it's just got to come out of our monthly budget. So I bought a lot of Built Bars, you guys. And even with the sale, they weren't super cheap, right? Like the price of these protein bars is astronomical. With the sale, it's a little bit less astronomical, right? And I was able to get some flavors at Walmart, some flavors at Amazon. So from Walmart, I stocked up on some of the flavors of the Built Bars, and I took this out of our grocery category, and I spent $71.97. And then I was able to get some other flavors from Amazon. Just one retailer had different flavors available than the other, but they were all on sale for the same price. So I took this out of grocery as well, and it was $47.98. So yeah, I mean, like, that's a lot of money to spend on protein bars, but we're stocked up for a little while. They're going to last us quite a while. Therefore, subsequent grocery trips should be less because I won't have to buy Built Bars week to week, but still, like, the upfront cost is there. And then also on Amazon, I bought extra, like, pints for the Ninja Creamy because they were on sale. Again, I just was able to get a better deal at this retailer versus the other. And the amount that I spent there was $14.62. I took that out of spending. And then also during the Amazon Day deals, they had my Teenco, I don't know how you say it, solution on sale for like just over half price of what I typically pay. So even though we didn't need it, again, I wanted to stock up because it is something that we will use at some point. Might as well get the discount. And that was $17.70. So that was it for the shopping. The sale led me to spend all this money. Now, I am aware that buying things on sale that you don't need isn't really saving you money. What would have been better would be not to shop the sale at all. But you guys know I love to shop. So we did. And that was what it was. I actually had quite a few more things in my cart at Walmart and Amazon, and I practiced a little bit of self-control and took those things out before I clicked purchase. But there's been quite a bit of spending there. I also have to tell you guys, you're not going to see it here in this budget because it's part of my small business budget with Etsy and YouTube, but I've been buying savings challenges left and right on Etsy as well. I've had a hard time controlling my impulses these past couple of weeks. I really need to get myself back to doing better. But for now, we're just like paying the piper here, facing the music. This is what it is. On the 16th, my husband went to Walmart in store to buy a few things. All of these things we've discussed so far were online purchases, but he went into Walmart to pick up a couple of grocery items that we needed for $36.97. You guys know, if you watched my budget check-in, my expense tracking video from last week, I had shopped for groceries for this week on the last day of last week. So I didn't anticipate spending a lot on groceries this week, but then we stocked up on Built Bars and we had some other things we needed. So ultimately I did end up spending quite a bit in groceries this week. Spoiler alert. So didn't quite work out the way I had planned. All right. Also on the 16th, we had my son's phone bill come out. And this category is auto pay. I lump a lot of these little automatically debited bills that come out of my account in this auto pay category. and that was $50. You're going to see quite a few more auto pay items come out throughout this week as well. On the 17th, we ran to Dollar General to pick up milk because even though we went to Walmart the day before, we didn't think to buy milk. I didn't realize how close we were to being out. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, like if I'm going into a store to grab milk, I always end up buying something else in addition. I don't even remember what we bought, but it was $8.60 for that. On the 18th, we had a no spend, which thank God. On the 19th, we had some auto pay bills come out. So we had ESPN Plus. And the amount for that is $10.99. My son loves ESPN Plus. He watches lots of sports through that. Also on the 19th, we had Peacock come out. It's another one of our streaming services that we have as part of this auto pay category. And Peacock costs $5.99 a month. We also had Kindle Unlimited, which I absolutely love when I'm doing a lot of reading because it saves me a lot of money to just be able to get a book from Kindle Unlimited. I pay just the one-time fee of $11.99 and I can read as many books as I want. As of late, I haven't been doing as much reading, so I need to pick up the reading to make this amount worth it. My husband ran to a gas station to get something. I think this was a pack of cigarettes. Usually he uses his cash for this, but he must not have had cash on him, so that comes out of spending, and that was $4.98. So usually he uses cash. This day he didn't have cash on him, I'm assuming, so he used the card. So that's that. Okay. On the 20th, we had a no spend again. Phew. On the 21st, my husband and I ran out and had a little date night, which wasn't really in the budget, but we did it anyway. Can you guys sense a theme? I was getting a little burnt out on spending less and budgeting, and so we went a little buck wild these last 2 weeks. We're human. It happens. It is what it is. So we went to Olga's, my husband and I, we had a lovely meal. And with the tip, we paid $70 for that. And then we did some shopping while we were out. We went to Meijer and grabbed drinks that we took out of our grocery. And we spent $2.69 on drinks. We went to Lowe's. Picked up a few things that we needed. This is coming out of spending, even though I think our spending budget's probably empty at this point. But we just kept on spending anyway. Not good, but it was $30.66. And then we also hit up Walmart. I feel like we gave Walmart all of our money this week. And we picked up a few things. I took it out of grocery. And that was $42.72. And then we also got my son Taco Bell. Since my husband and I went out to eat, he needed to eat as well, so he got Taco Bell. $22.72 was the price there. And that's eating out. Okay, just one more day to get through. Oh wait. Also on the 21st, we had AMC Plus and MGM Plus. It's like a little bundle of subscriptions. That was auto pay, and that amount was $10.99. Okay. And then lastly, on the 22nd, it was a Monday. My uncle had his little birthday barbecue that evening. A whole bunch of my family members got together to celebrate him. He turned 68. We had a great time. And we went to a local liquor store and bought some beers for him and some drinks and some snacks and stuff to take to the barbecue. We took this out of grocery as well, and it was $88.22. So yeah, you guys, we had a lot of spending, a lot of, oh, who cares? Let's just buy it. We want it. Who cares about the budget? Obviously, that's not the mentality that we want to have. We write a budget every month so that we have money left at the end of the month to allocate to our financial goals. And we're going to have less money to allocate to our financial goals because we've done so much overspending. I think we just get a little burnt out. We feel like letting a little bit loose sometimes. This is definitely not the first time that something like this has happened to our budget. Like I said, we are human. Being super strict with our budget is difficult sometimes. And so we had sort of a lackadaisical couple of weeks. So our July budget, it's not looking great. We're probably going to be over budget in July by quite a bit. We do have money in savings to cover any overages that we have. But obviously, if you come in under budget, then there's money left over to go towards paying debt and putting into savings and stuff. And we're going to have less of that this month, most likely. I'm going to really find out what the damage that we've done is when I do my budget check-in, where I take all of this information and plug it into my monthly budget and see where we are. But I just know, looking at this, like, when I wrote my July budget, I wasn't thinking about Prime Day. I wasn't thinking about stocking up on, you know, Built Bars or whatever. I was just kind of budgeting as if this was a regular month. And we've definitely spent more than in a typical month. So it just doesn't bode well for the July budget. But let's go ahead and get some totals. This is the part that I've been dreading, to see how bad it really is. I've got my calculator here. I've got my highlighters. We're just going to start with spending. We're going to go down the list, highlighting as we go and adding things up, and we'll get a total. So we had $157.94. If I do this, can you guys see? I think so. So $157.94 plus $14.62 plus $17.70 plus $4.98 plus $30.66. Is that all of it? I think so. $225.90 in spending. It's a lot of money to spend in a week. But honestly, adding it all up, it adds up to less than what I was expecting. So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. For groceries, we're going to use this pretty pink mild liner. We had $71.97 plus $47.98. I really love this pink. I think it's such a pretty color. Purple's my favorite color, but I love me a good pink too. $36.97 plus $8.60 plus $2.69 plus $42.72 plus $88.22. $299.15 in groceries this week. When I really thought that we were going to spend like $100 on groceries, if that, this week, considering we spent so much last week. So, yeah. That was definitely not the case. All right. Let's go with, auto pay next, and I'll use this fun like bluey color. So we had $50 plus $10.99 plus $5.99 plus $11.99 plus $10.99 for a total of $89.96 in auto pay. And then last but not least, we have eating out, which I will do in this yellow color, which I also love. Yellow is another one of my favorite colors. Totally missed that line there. So we had 70 plus 22.72. 92.72 in eating out. Okay, so yeah. Not good, you guys. Could have been worse. I just really wanted to get on here and just be honest. Like, I could have very easily like come on here and pretended like some of the spending didn't happen. I could have like spun it so it wasn't quite as bad, but I just wanted to be honest. Like, we did kind of a piss poor job of sticking to the budget this week. It happens. It's real life. If you have ever gone over budget or spent money you shouldn't spend, or decided that you just didn't care for a day or two, that's real, you guys. It's part of life. I feel like we all go through this. Maybe not. Maybe you have super great self-control and you're like rolling your eyes at me for saying this. But like for me, I definitely fall off track. I definitely fall off course. I could sugarcoat it, but we don't do that here on my channel. This is real. This is what happened. And it didn't stop here. It continued for a couple of days going into the following week. So I'm going to be sitting down here with you guys next week talking again about how I couldn't get my shit together. But it's real. And we just kind of acknowledge it, and then we push forward and we try to do better moving forward. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to now use this information to fill in my hybrid budget worksheet to get a feel for where we are in our monthly budget and how much damage I've done. But that will be a separate video for you. So be on the lookout for that coming tomorrow. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet done so. I would love it if you would do that. Subscribe button down below. There's also a button where you can click to join my channel membership if you're interested in bonus content or in budget worksheets. My Etsy shop is listed below for that as well. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.